Greetings, viewers. Welcome to another episode of Edessa, the Dock Crusade. Tonight we are looking in upon one of our Canaanites of the city, a newcomer who has a bold and somewhat risky plan to try to prove his worth in shattering this blockade. And we shall peek in to see what this plan is and if risk truly does provide the best rewards.
Then, at this time, Conrad will be with his retainer and his bodyguard, Grant, discussing with him that, have you found the proper channels to get the equipment that we need, which I'm referring to this as in I need enough bodies to fill this wagon. And I do have Underworld 3, so I could find some possible slaves or just, burnouts that have nothing else better to do.
Okay, let me just take a look if we're going to go that route. I can get you to make a manipulation and influence roll then. Just gotta pull up your sheet here too, so I can set what the difficulty is going to be. Dun, 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 dun. All right, and okay, July. This is still July. You've already used your underworld influence this month, so
I did.
let's so you've got your ghoul working on this for you. So have your ghoul do a manipulation streetwise.
Okay.
And if streetwise is not a skill in Dark Ages, then I would say ledger, not ledger domain. Let's say subterfuge, but we'll put it at a higher difficulty for you.
Alrighty. And if it's just manipulation subterfuge, it just be 2 dice because he has no point for subterfuge.
All right. I can't see your dice stream. Am I needing to roll dice for you?
Yeah, because I don't have a cam yet.
Yeah, no worries, mate. She's got 1 success. He has found a family that has a teenage daughter that they are willing, for the sake of getting their food for the whole family, you can have her for a few nights with the right amount of coin, no questions asked. But that's about all that he's been able to secure, looking for individuals that you could just buy off for this project.
I'll look at him slightly a bit disappointed. It's like, you couldn't find any bums off the streets? You give me some family's daughter? Like,
I'm going around, a lot of the people, the homeless, they seem to be very suspicious. They seem to be kind of clustering together. There's a couple of individuals that are running charity that is helping those that are totally destitute, and they're very reluctant to look at coin and be distracted without stopping to think about the consequences. There's a mosque in particular that seems to be gravitating, where even some of those that are Christian are gathering there because they've been so good and supportive. And there's a individual wandering the streets that is providing just free food to those that look like they need it. I am sorry, sir. I did not mean to disappoint you, but it was very difficult to find individuals that were willing to negotiate um, for anything that was not, well, without telling them what I would needed them for. I'm sorry I failed you.
He, he'll and he's scratching at his head, and he's internally monologuing. It's like, God damn that Azir, and not only that, I helped him. Not only that, it's like no good deed goes unpunished. And I go, all right. I was like, the girl, she's not going to be used as one of the kindling. Just put her to work. So she'll be on temporary service for me if her family needs food. But maybe I should try to find these individuals, keep track of the manor. I'll be gone.
For certainty, my lord.
Yes. At this point, Conrad's extremely irritated. It's like, I can't believe it. Like, in the middle of a siege, you would think people would be desperate, but no. It's like those goddamn Christians keep railing people. Goddamn Christians keep like, So if I could, I'd like to go further down. I'd actually like to go through the nobles district, and I do have
Okay.
contacts of one. I want to hear about any type of unusual gatherings and possible secret debaucheries that at this time.
Okay. So looking for parties here. You yourself, then, you can tell me what your dice pool is going to be for manipulation and subterfuge. Difficulty is going to be 7 because you have your contacts of 1.
Yeah. Then I have 6 dice for that, and it's a specialty for me, silver tone.
Nice. Nice. All right. 6 dice, difficulty 7.
Oh.
You've got 3 successes, 4 successes. So it does take a little bit of, chit chat and a little bit of grease in the palms, but you know the right people to talk. Your man on the inside is able to kind of get you in touch with the right people. Despite the curfew, there is not a huge gathering, but there is a bit of a some of the socialites are together this evening discussing, basically discussing what they think needs to be done for them to be able to get over the problems with the blockade. How are you going to use this to your advantage?
If there are nobles who are trying to deal with the blockade in some way, I will make a suggestion of this. That I have a plan that requires a decent amount of bodies, and the job may be risky, but I can promise you this: that there will be great glory and honor to behold if you survive, and I have a way to nigh guarantee your survival. So the risk is actually moot.
Okay. Excuse me. Dun, dun, dun. Contacts no. All right, so let's see here. Let's get your charisma and leadership. Gives us 3 dice.
No, I think it's 5. I have natural leadership. That gives you another 2.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Fortunate for you.
Yes, it is.
There we go. And let's see. Uh, no, actually, they are very much opposed to your insinuations that you're wanting, like, you're talking slavery. You're talking, sacrificing people in daring, relentless assault. If you've got those kind of ideas, then speak with the commanders of the military. That is not something that they are aware of or wanting to discuss. And actually, none of us recall you being invited here. So if you would please not mind seeing yourself out, that would be appreciated.
I'll slightly bow to that, as you wish. And I'll leave again, disappointed in the unusual difficulties I thought this would be. Being such a large city, assuming that it would be a decent amount of bodies I could find that no one would miss.
There could be. How do Canaanites usually find bodies?
Well, there's always the catacombs.
Those bodies might be not fresh enough for your purposes, though.
Yeah. Well, I know one thing. There's an easy way to buy bodies. Though it'd be hard to explain where they went to afterwards. I'll have to go to a brothel.
Okay. You've got you just with your contacts and stuff there, then yeah, you would be able to locate a small brothel. The city seems fairly pent up with religious fervor, so a lot of that, where in some cities might be a little bit more open or easier to find, these are much smaller and not as well populated. But you do find a brothel that is accepting customers at this time. You're able to get access to it without any rolls. It's not going to be difficult for you to do that.
I'll definitely take notice that I should have put that in consideration, and slightly disappointed how small and controlled this is. Understandable due to the environment, but this place has a purpose, and in Conrad's mind, it's not an evil place unless you make it evil. So within there, can I find the owner or the madam of the place?
That you. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're able to talk. I mean, they have a young servant who is just letting people in. But after chatting with her and with your charming ways, you're able to talk the young girl to go and get the madam of the house. So, what can she have be help for you, sir? Is there special needs that you're looking for? Something a little bit more robust than what is normally requested?
You can say that, madam. I'm needing a large group of company tonight, and I wish that this company be relatively healthy and possibly unneeded for your employment. I will take the time to replace these individuals, but I will need them for quite some time. I'd rather not keep you short of your girls. Or men, if you have any. I have no true preference.
Oh, well, how long how long are you needing them for? That would be a sizable amount of coin if you're wanting to make them unavailable for other clients for any considerable length of time.
Hmm. Believe me, madam, I'm very well aware of such a thing. And I can tell you this, I can afford any price. But I need these people for a very special party tonight.
So you would just need them for tonight?
Oh, depending on how wear out they may be gone longer than that. I can be insatiable. I can be insatiable.
Well, I mean, we do make ourselves available as much as possible. I mean, how many are you looking for? I mean, some of the girls are currently occupied, but there is, if you're not in a hurry, I'm sure they'll be free fairly soon. How many do you need?
Right now, my minimum is 5, though I'd prefer 10.
10. Um, well, I do have right now. It is early in the evening, so I do only have 3 who are instantly available. I could get probably within the next, probably only the next 15 minutes or so. I'm sure that I could get another 5 together. I could have 8 girls. I mean, it would be a bad reputation for me to empty my brothel for any future clients coming in, but they need not know why they may have to wait for availability. The remaining girls will just have to work a little bit harder, I guess.
You'll look at that. Yes, I notice, unfortunately, how restricted you are in this place. If you I wouldn't mind spreading my resources out to expand this if possible. I do believe, unfortunately, that you are being held back for unnecessary reasons, and I can use new ways to expand my venues when it comes to coin and entertainment.
Well, if you are very generous, then I think that would be potential. I would have no problem at all in supplying any future parties that you may have. Um, the girls, they can come back anytime throughout the day. Most people don't come here during the day. It's just after nighttime. If you wouldn't mind just waiting in this room here, we do try to keep at least some uh, secrecy amongst our clients. I wouldn't want anybody to be seen coming in or out. But I shall get those together for you.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, madam.
She'll she'll bow and leave. Within over the next 5 to 10 minutes, there'll be a couple knocks on the door. You'll have two young men and one older woman come into the room at first, and then after a bit of a pause, the knocks at the door follow as others file in. The 3 of them are very flirtatious, and you do have some time that if your character wants to get a little bit of extra distraction from them while he waits for the rest to arrive, they will allow you to do whatever you want to them.
At this point, more or less, they keep them distracted from my true intentions, unfortunately, with them, though. If they survive, I could always use new bodies. I'm gonna use on especially the women that are already into it, my passion on them
Okay.
to raise their arousal.
Okay. Um, yeah, if you're participating, then they will be all over you.
No, it's
Because
more or less just getting them
okay,
out of
so
the.
yeah, the of the first three that arrive, you using your passion upon them, they proceed to show you exactly what it is that they are capable of doing as one of the boys and the woman begin to service the other male in the room to you. And they keep all three of them keep looking at you to get suggestions or coaching at the tableau that the three of them are performing at your pleasure. But they're well into a mixture of flesh by the time the others start filing in. But once your 8 individuals are there, you have 3 males um, of still in their youth, and you have 5 females of varying ages, from young to has probably been doing this for a while.
And I'll look at them in their moments of passion, distraction, and go to them. I promise all of you tonight that when I am done with our adventure, some of you will be able to experience passions that you'll never ever have at this moment. And some of you will may be so enwrapped with this passion that you may never wake up. And I ask my forgiveness of you of that. But trust me, you will very much enjoy this time, and you'll be ablaze with such passion that you might call it a frenzy. And I'll giggle to myself. But and I'm gonna use passion again to kind of simmer them down. But right
Okay.
now,
I was gonna say the three that you had fully in in passion before, as you start talking like that, they switch from uh, lust straight to terror when you talk about not waking up again, and they seem very very afraid. But if you're using passion again, then you're able to calm them down, get a little bit more, get them more docile.
and the ones that are afraid, I'll respond to them. Don't worry. It's like just because you never wake up doesn't mean you won't dream forever. And there will be a time that you will wake up. It just may take a moment.
They seem very, your words still come across very unsettling to them, but they are not attempting to get away from you. So
Inner wise, my brain's going. I might be getting a little bit too excited about this mission and go have to think about my words more clearly. But nonetheless, I go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, do follow me to my mansion, and we'll begin.
at Mansion, they get a little bit less concerned, a little bit more excited at the prospect of you being a man of wealth. So they definitely file out, and you and your entourage go make your way through the city to your mansion.
And at this point, I do have a herd of 2. May I
Okay.
pick out 2 of my more older? I'm gonna say ones are more further in the lifespan. Take 2 of them to get my official 10 to finish off my plan.
Okay. Yeah, you can sacrifice your herd if you choose.
A marginal amount, and I may be replacing them tonight anyways if the ones come back. Well, I guess there'd be more retainers in herds since I can't feed off them like that. At least not easily. But yeah, so I'd like to continue on doing that. So
Okay, so that gives you your body count of 10. What are you choosing to do next?
At this point, I have a relatively large room I use for a meeting room. So very large, but very open space. And I'm going to use that and do what I normally do is I'll ask Grant to chain the door close. But I'll let them all come in first, and I'll be the last one to come in. And we'll have a moment of fun and wrapped in our passions, but in the middle of it, some of them are going to be very, very weary because the wagon and everything's already prepared. It's just getting the bodies out.
Okay, so are you at this point? Are you just feeding until they pass out, or are you just so that they're all unconscious, or how are you maneuvering this?
Right now, since we're in the dead of night, and if I finish this plan, even if I throw them out before sunrise, they could easily burn in the sun. The plan is once once I get an established time of what normally takes for an embrace, though it's different for every person. I like to release them upon the siege horde and see how the madness breaks out. So at this point, this might be just a night of pleasure, make them feel more comfortable. Then the next night, I'll actually drain them till they're unconscious, put the bodies in the wagon, then drain them dry and feed
Okay,
them some
so
blood
so
to embrace.
tonight you've got them in your clutches, and you're just kind of giving them the false sense of security.
Yeah.
Okay, and so enacting your plan will be for another night.
Yep. At this point, I need to make sure the sheep are well fed and subdued, since I've already scared them enough tonight.
Oh, yeah, wouldn't want to terrify anybody. That would be terrible for you.
So definitely, I'll be using my passion to get them all more motivated.
Okay, and all right, and then I guess your servant will look after them throughout the day to make sure that
Yeah, the servants will be. I'll tell them to treat them all nicely, give them whatever they want, food, clothes, other people. As long as there isn't any bodies, I'll be happy, and I'll
okay.
go through my typical morning sleep.
Okay. All right, then I believe at this point I'll leave you to your debauchery, and we will see you on the next scene when you're enacting this activity. So good luck to you, Conrad, and thank you, viewers. We will see you yet another night.